So I think that getting the FMLA has worked against me in some ways. I got into bed Thursday night and I was having trouble getting to sleep. And then I started going, oh shit, I'm not going to get to sleep tonight. And I'm going to have to use fucking FMLA, and then I'm going to become that dude at work that just doesn't come in whenever the fuck he doesn't want to. I'm like, why does it have to be a fucking Friday? Why can't this shit happen in the middle of the fucking week? And it just started going roundy round in my fucking head. And so I didn't sleep Thursday night, and I didn't really sleep Friday night, and I got some sleep last night. But anyways, I think the exhaustion can sometimes work to fuel my brain to make it go in odd directions. That can be either really fucking weird, or it could be really good. But I was thinking today, I was talking to my dad, doing laundry, talking to my dad, and we were watching the news, and they said something about Bernie Sanders and giving away everything. And my dad goes, what was that song? Money for nothing and your chicks for free? I said, yeah, but that's more of an Andrew Yang thing. And he goes, yeah, I want my $1,000 a month, damn it. And I was like, so we started talking about the value-added tax and all this, that, and the other fucking thing. And it occurred to me. I believe I told you guys, but I don't know if I told all of you recently, that I used to do LARP, live action role-playing games. I used to LARP Vampire because it was very politic-based. You had to politic your way around that game. It wasn't a hack and slash, not D&D. And me, Dennis, some of you may remember, we did that together, and we had a lot of fun. Sometimes we would work together. Sometimes we would work against each other. Sometimes we would work together and then betray each other. It all just kind of depended on what was going on in the story. But we would drive in together and we would discuss plans. And I began to notice that every time in our plan we would say, well, we'll do this, and then this should be how people react to it. That meant it wasn't going to work. We had to retool that part every fucking time. Anytime we needed to rely on other people to do what we needed them to do for the plan to work, it was almost guaranteed the plan wasn't going to work because they weren't going to do that. Right? We had to make it to where there really either was no choice, or the choice was obvious and not going to be, there was no choice. Like, it had to be no choice or it wasn't going to work, right? And the Democrats, all of their ideas rely on people to play ball, to toe the line. Andrew Yang and his value-added tax. It's based on people still buying the value-added tax shit. Because he's not going to do it with everything. Food and drink and all that sort of stuff. All the stuff that you need to survive, staples as we call them, those are not going to have this tax added to them. So it's under the hope that people are going to continue to buy superfluous shit that they don't need, because all the necessary stuff, they're not going to have the tax on that. But, like, it made me remember when I used to get the double cheeseburger on the dollar meal at McDonald's. It was $1 for a bun with 2 slices of beef, grade D, 100% pure horse meat, and then 2 slices of cheese. Cheese is dairy. Dairy is expensive. So when the price of cheese would continue to go up, they said, look, we're not going to have the double cheeseburger on the dollar menu anymore. We're still going to have it, but it's going to be $1.50 now. To replace it, we will make the McDouble, which is 1 bun, 2 pieces of grade D horse meat, and 1 piece of cheese. That stayed on the dollar menu. Now it's like $1.80 or $2, $2.50 or some shit like that for a double cheeseburger. I don't know if I can remember. And it's like $1.35 for a McDouble. And there really isn't a fucking dollar on it anymore. right? I think the only thing that's on the dollar menu now is drinks. Drinks come $1 at any size, because if you're going to fucking give free refills, you might as well go the whole logical route with it and say, yeah, well, I guess it really doesn't matter how much drink you get. It's $1, right? So, and I noticed another funny thing. When the McDouble came out, I all of a sudden didn't give a shit about that second piece of cheese anymore because it wasn't worth the extra 50 cents. So I started to buy the McDouble because it was cheaper. And then when the McDouble started to be $1.35, I said, fuck it, I'll just buy 2 cheeseburgers, slap them together. Right? Like, so you're hoping that people aren't going to either go, well, look, I'm not going to buy the more expensive item, and then companies aren't going to go, well, okay, people don't want to buy the more expensive items, so we'll make the same item at a lesser quality and fucking make it cheaper, and people will buy that. Right? Like, that kind of shit happens, and that's people not fucking playing ball with the plan, and the plan begins to fall apart. At least fucking Bernie Sanders is now coming out and saying, yeah, I will tell you how we'll do it. We're going to raise your fucking taxes. That's how we're going to pay for the shit. We're going to raise the shit out of your taxes. Right? Bernie's figured it out. He's not giving motherfuckers a choice. I'm going to give you free health care. And in order to do that, it's going to cost you a lot more money. No choice. Fucking plan works. Right? Donald Trump said, I want to employ more people in this country. So, how did he do it? I will tell you how he did it. He lowered taxes for businesses. Right? He didn't give them a choice. When your point and purpose is to make a product for profit, you go where it's profitable to make that product. If it's more profitable to make it in America than it is in another country, you're going to go to America to make that fucking product. Right? There's no choice there. Yeah, there's a choice. Fuck you. I'd rather spend more money and stay here, or I think I'd like to make more profit with my company. I'll go where it's more profitable. Not really a choice. And then when those companies came in, they needed employees, because that's fucking generally how that shit works. So they said, well, we need all these employees. We're going to put a lot of jobs out on the market. And people said, well, I'd rather eat than starve. So I guess it's time to get a job. There be jobs out there. So people got jobs. Why? Because there wasn't really a choice. I mean, yeah, there's a choice. You can die slowly and painfully through starvation, I guess, if that's how you want to go. But I'd rather have a job and eat. So, not really a fucking choice. Right? Like, that's how the shit works. When they say we want everybody to stop driving cars and eating meat so that we can get rid of all the cars and farting cows so that we can have net zero emissions to make not even a fucking dent into the fucking shit because we're not really doing much as far as emissions anyways, then the idea is that people are going to want to stop eating meat. And guess what? People ain't playing ball with that shit and want to stop driving their fucking cars. And guess what? If my drive on the expressway today taught me anything, people are still driving their fucking cars. So the idea was floated out there, how about you guys all play ball? And everybody went, no. And just like that, the Green New Deal ain't gonna fucking work. Because people are still gonna drive cars and they're still gonna eat meat. They're not gonna play ball. Right? Like, that's why Democrat shit always seems to not fucking work. It's expecting people to cooperate. And the more people you want to have cooperate, the less possibility that you're going to have anybody cooperate. Because if you need to have everybody cooperate, probably going to be fucking unpopular. And people aren't going to want to do it. And a lot of times, even if it's in people's best fucking interest to do it, they're not going to want to do it. Because people are sometimes also just fucking stupid. They don't plan for that kind of shit either. They have all of these great ideas on how they want to make your life better if only you'll do exactly what they say at every moment. And therein lies the problem with the Democratic way of thinking. It's still control. You do what we want, your life will be better. Well, how about if what you want isn't what I want to do? and the whole thing falls apart. So, that was just a thought that came to me today in my whatever state you even want to call this. I'm looking forward to my sleep study this weekend. You will not be getting a video on Friday because I'm going to be doing the sleep study this weekend. And I'm probably not going to sleep, so I probably won't do much on Saturday either, but hopefully I'll be fine by Sunday to give you yet another wonderful little gem like this, where I do the video mostly with my eyes closed. But yeah. There you go. Yeah, if you need everybody to play ball, shit ain't going to work because not everybody's going to play ball. That's kind of the, yeah.